Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I am Ansar Gilani, English commentator at the Entire Sports, instructor at Intercultural Studies, Social Sciences, English Literature and International Relations. One of my students forwarded a question. I should talk about what's confidence. Uh, you know, you can visit many of the sites at internet and you can get well stuff on it because every right-minded person and every kind of speakers that have somewhat positivity would by one way or the other way are saying about how to make a speech or how to be uh, a confident person. Here I would divide it into 3 to 4 you can say parts, and then one by one with somewhat experiences and observation that I have gone through will give on it. My take on it is what is confidence and how confidence comes and how sometimes confidence goes, and what are the contributing factors that bring the confidence, and what are the best examples of confidence in our surroundings, and who are the greatest speakers that were just the product of all their confidence. So confidence mean having somewhat stability in your character and strength of your mind and strong belief in your values and somewhat a greater part of studies, and what in crux I would say that it's somewhat kind of a capacity to do something, and you can do nothing until you know it, and to know it you are to know by someone who knows it and has gone through the process. And every you can say doing depend at what you know, and your knowing is your confidence. And the confidence is such thing that that you appear to be a person of somewhat integrity and somewhat doings that are leaving effect on your individuals and as well as your collective life. So confidence means to do something and what you can do. For example, you are to go to somewhere, you get up, you prepare yourself, and you go through the way, and then you reach there, and after reaching there, what you do and what you say and what you interact, you have something in your mind and you have somewhat plan that is to do there and to say there, and while saying and while interacting you raise some questions, you make some queries, and you ask something and share something, and the object of all this reaching there and discussing this and that and going here and there and all moves related to it finally give you somewhat satisfaction that for what I went and what I said, what it had weakness and what it had plus point, how much I got success in conveying my message or getting the message and reaching out the mind and heart of a person and getting him or her to a point of convincing. This is all that comes through the confidence. So, what we take the task and try to fulfill it, and before to try on, we do not estimate ourselves. Rather, we are in general practice having some commands and giving some commands, having some thoughts and giving some thoughts, and having been interacted and getting being interacted. And whatever in our day and night life, whatever we are doing, it is all a part of our confidence, a part of our having a capacity to rise on, to go on, and to go with the day and manage with the time, interact with the people on your subject or on others' subject, and you talk on and you get on. So in this way, the the training of your confidence keep going, and in an invisible way, you are getting something that is, you can say, basing your personality and making your point of views and making your rights and wrongs and making your likes and dislikes and making your beliefs and making your, you can say, what you are to give the most importance and to what you give no importance. In this way, you are uh, making and, you can say, upbringing of your confidence level. So confidence is everywhere. So every living, you can say, being uh, is leading its life on base of confidence, on base of knowing. Instinctively, everyone is aware of as to how to live in life, as to how to go for others, and as to how go for yourself, as to how to come out for this and that. So whatever we say and how much we say, whatever we do and how much we do, it is all part of the confidence. So confidence doesn't mean we should be hill breaker or we should be sky touching or we should fly in the air and we should let the other person to be flattened on the ground, or how to fight in a better way and how to abuse other or how to pull and push other and how to quarrel with others and how to knock down others and how to pull them off and pull them on and do this or that. It's all, you can say, the weaker area of your personality, because whatever we do on the dint of or on the basis of anger, it is a negative kind of confidence. Somewhere it helps. It's said that a weaker person's weapon is the war, or weaker person's weapon is anger, because anger is a petrol we sprinkle on our body and put it into fire, and then we, uh, you can say, fight, or then we say something. So it is a weaker part of the personality when we fight other and when we quarrel other with anger, and anger become pushing force, and we say that person is very confident and he can have a war and he can fight and he can quarrel in a this or that way. But these all things to some psychologists would be instrumental at the earliest stage to make someone blind to go off with what is present around and what is, you can say, pulling or pushing the person down. A person becomes spring and all of a sudden springs up and says something, or you can say does something. Though these are also the earlier phases or some negative source to make a way to confidence, but this is not a right kind of confidence. Right kind of confidence is that you can interact and you can talk with somewhat reasoning and somewhat rationality and somewhat there could be give and take or could be somewhere compromising, not to surrender but to level up with other person. Sometimes you are to come down at the level of other person, sometimes other is to come up to the level of yourself. Sometimes it becomes easy and accessible. But the main thing that I was discussing, uh, that what is confidence? Confidence mean what you can do and at what level you can do, what you can say and at what level you can say. So when you are doing and at what level you are doing, the observers will give opinion that at what level of your doing is, and either you are ordinary or extraordinary or exceptional one or whatever you are saying, it is being rated by the opinion maker and the observers, because what you are to say you are to say, and it's observer's job to rate it out and on what the material is there, on that basis the observer says that what's the confidence level is. A confidence doesn't mean you can have a war well and you can quarrel well and you can show your anger well and you can show your reaction well. uh, this could be a character, this could be part of character, this could be a negative one. Sometimes reaction comes when your foremost respect is damaged. Even then some people are there with high cause, they do not react even then their ego is hurted. They are of the opinion that we have an objective and we have an aim in life, and our aim have it's very high flight, and it's it's more to travel in life, and it's go more ahead in life, and what's need of to just keep on quarreling and fighting for uh, every inch of the, you can say, matter. So they just ignore. That's why their integrity and, you can say, esteem level goes up and they become recognizable kind of beings. So the confidence means the capacity what to do and what to say. Uh, how confidence comes? Confidence comes by getting a better environment where from you can be furnished in a right way. But uh, whatever the environment is there, uh, from which your confidence is accelerated and risen, you should have the capacity mark and you should near to that one environment. Then this and that environment could assist you to grow at, and you are to work over it, and the way the the deficiencies to be, you can say, addressed, it all can be availed from a positive kind of group of people, group of person, that is called an environment. So for atmosphere and for a particular environment, people are to travel from one place to another place, one point to another point. They are to pay cost for it even, but they go far so that they should work on it, and they could go far more ahead in life so that they could be benefit, benefiting figure in the life. How confidence comes? By interacting others, by talking others, not just as gossip or to be a talkative. Merely talking and making conversation all time would not benefit. It would be the waste of the energy and would drop your level of ideology and vision. Because the more you will talk, the more abusive and rough kind of language and dryness will come, and you will be at the loss of the words. And what you intake as a food of thought, you will just waste on at nothing. Yes. So it's better to talk at the right time with the right person and with the right knowledge to get and give. And the more you will interact with the right-minded people, with better kind of people, with knowledgeable persons of wisdom and intellect, that furnishes and make you sensitized one. And this way, sports could also play a role. By this way, also confidence comes because uh, excretions of acids and extra waste material energy will come out of the body, and your mind and your vision will enlightened. And this also gives you clarity of mind, because when your body is clean and clear, and the waste material that is present in you is you can say brought out by hiking, uh, by walking, or by doing exertions, physical exertions or exercises at the level of your balance and at your skill level. So in this way, when bodily you tire yourself, it gives soothing to your mind, and your mind become, uh, you can say, a peaceful, and it helps you to think in clear way and approach other people and problems in a better and in a right way. So it helps a lot to be a person of confidence, because when you are bodily exercised and bodily ready, your mind become very active and responding. If you are bodily, you can say, burdened and filled with boredom and tedium and nervousness or stress become the fashion of your life, that might, you can say, put you into underconfident. So you might have many a time visited some crucial matches where some high level of exercise diminishes the fear of loss, and your neurons are open, your psychological pressures become lighter one, and you confront in a better way and come out with success. So sports is another source to give you confidence. Reading literature is another better way and better source, because it the way you can say the body exercises uh, cleans your body and set your mind at the right direction and clean your mind and vision. You can see the things in right way, and you can decide in the right way, because you can reach to the uh, conclusion and reach to the bottom of the problem or bottom of the issue or bottom of anything that is to be bettered on or to be settle down. Uh, by purpose to say, the way you keep the body clean and your mind become clear sighted, in the same way, when you read literature like poetry, like masterpieces, novels, fictions, and plays, and the books, those books which uh, you could say discuss the complexities and the problems of the human race, not a particular group of people, or particular mindsets. Because if you will read literature, a piece of you can say literature that is based on conflict and you can say divisions and collision, and that become up, you can say that that is a source to how to divide the people, divide the human race, and put the people into different groups. To divide the people into different groups on administrative ground is not a, you can say, bad thing, but to divide the things, to divide the people on the basis of some vision and ideology, or some sectarian or factional kind of practices to make, that is poisonous, and that is damaging to the human race and the peace of mind. Uh, that's why I mostly encourage people that if you want to live an independent life, uh, it doesn't mean you should be economically independent or you should be economically stable. That is to some extent a better thing. But the main thing is that you should not be the part of any group, part of any dogma or any philosophy, or any faction or territorial or geographical or any kind of you can say division that is present in the people for sake of division, for sake of nothing, you could say. When they divide the people for their vested interests so that they could get the uh, objective results and get and gear the people and make them passionate and make them boiled inside by putting some nefarious desires or putting into their minds hate and grudge and jealousy and enviousness and whatnot and whatnot. That is poisonous. But when you study literature, literature of international caliber, where the problems of the human race are discussed, where the tormenting souls are displayed, where the physical torturing is not mentioned, rather, where souls and minds and hearts are at the fundamental issues of the life are clashing. Because when you study literature, masterpieces of literature, there are clashes in the souls, in the minds, in the hearts, and those clashes are burning the soul, burning the hearts, and burning the minds. Why? Because the heart, the mind, and the soul, that is somewhere burning. It means somewhere a moral fabric has been made under challenge, some moral standard has been made under challenge, and somewhere breaking of conscience is there. That's why mind and soul and you can say the heart is under burning. So body uh, have no value in the course of my functions of, you can say, videos or lectures. My approach, my object of making these all videos is to work on mind, soul, and heart. When they get disturbed, it means they were at somewhere in the life on some moral standard, and when the moral standards have been challenged, that pushed the people into some conflict, and on that conflict, whatever has been, you can say, discovered and written, that become masterpiece of, you can say, literature. So by reading literature, you get the food of thought and food of heart and mind, and you can say, soul. So these three are things are the part of the literature, and complexity comes from heart and mind and soul. If you have such soul and heart and mind that have somewhat linked with moral standards of life, that was that were present in the ancient life, when the mixture of the society had not come far. And you can say, since the mixture of men and women has come to the life, so bodily devastations become more valuable than soul and minds and heart's crisis, to be sure. That's why in the present world we are, uh, you can say, we are watching that intellectualism and intellectuals are falling in the modern age. Why? Because though they are sensitive, but they are in a, you can say, rare cases are in a slim strength, and 2% how could stand against 98% satanic and demonic forces present around them, and they become are rudderless kind of persons. Anyhow, society has such cases, and without them, a world can't exist. It's Almighty Allah's grand plan and grand scheme, that they are the part of the scheme, and they are sheltered and, you can say, protected by visible or by invisible way, but their lives is to some extent at the verge of trouble and trials. So the second point that is going to said, how confidence comes. First, by sports, and second, by reading literature. The studies which are going today's in the modern age, that are all corporate studies. If you are doing MSc, BSc, BCom, ICOM, ICS, PCS, MCS, or CA, or MBA, then branches of MBA. So whatever these kinds of subjects are having no relation with the life and its challenges, and how the attributes of a personality come through, how bearance level, how tolerance level, how acceptability level, how, you can say, to love, how to develop affection, how to develop harmony, how to give cooperation, how to go for coordination, and how to spread love, and how to diminish hate and grudge and jealousy. No one is concerned to these 5 to 6 attributes, characteristics of any character. On that, all the prophets and mystics and sophists has been leading their lives, and they were peaceful, and people around them were also peaceful to some extent, to that extent they follow. But in the present world, people are suffering inside. Stress and anxiety and depression are the common traits of the life, and they are earning well, and they are burning well on, mean they are making their receiving consumpting, but results are not coming. Physically they are being facilitated, physically they are being polished and being entertained, but their soul is inside dying and dying and dying. And having the world resources, people are committing suicides. Why is it so? Because right from the beginning, the approach towards life was to become something. And all becoming something, you are all time giving the time to that your cut designs. But you never give time to yourself. You give time to your subject. And that subject is swallowing you and eating you inside. But you keep yourself burning and keep yourself engaging, going more and more and practicing more and more how to compete other, how to outshine other, how to kill others at the level of competition, and how to make your position well and make your justification and others might go well. This is the tyranny of the mind, and this is the, you can say, cruelty of the modern age, that people are getting more and more resources and they are becoming happy on the dint of, on the basis of physical pleasures. The more you can better eat, the more delicious foods you can intake, the more you feel uh, happy. But the more you are making your body happy, your soul is dying, that is getting darkened, your mind is under disturbance, your heart is under turmoil, and these three poor things are at the mercy of the body. Body is by day and by night is killing the soul, and mind and heart, that are the fountain of knowledge and the center of all wisdom, center of all excellence. What I more to say on it, that the